Hello, inflation fighters. Thank you for joining me, the Penny Nanny. We're watching over every cent. Today is Friday. TGIF, we made it. We made it to Friday. And do you have big plans for the weekend? I don't really. My husband's going to be doing some work on our vehicle, and I'm just going to be doing the usual cleaning, cooking, prepping, that kind of thing over the weekend. Weather's not supposed to be too great, so, that's kind of what we do. And we're going to eat some decent food, so it's nice. I'm not sure if I updated you on the countertop situation or not, but my husband watched a video where somebody made their own countertops using MDF board and a polyurethane coating. So he's going to attempt to try that in a small version first. Since we're on our own to do that financially, we'll see what happens with that, but got to try it. Could be pretty cool. The things we were looking at were pretty neat, so we're excited about that. Seeing what comes of that. So, all right, let's do some shout outs since it is Friday. Salty commented on the price of Sloppy Joe sauce, and that she paid more than she would have wanted to. We want to welcome new subscriber Jody. Hi, Jody. Thanks for joining us here on the community. Hope you can be part of our growth and comment and share and be blessed by what other people say here. Reluctant V Granny, she's also a new subscriber. I think it's either Veg Granny, possibly. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it, but she shared the love of the bagged beef stew that we get from the pantry, and that she often treats her dog with some meat bits from that. Up in Connecticut shared that adding mix-ins like marshmallows, nuts, and raisins, and things like that can stretch brownie batter. Also, if you add an egg, you get more cake-like brownies. But with the cost of eggs, she said, that's getting to be a little hard to do. So I know if you make them in a smaller pan, they're more like cake. But if you're trying to make them spread, then that wouldn't work too well. And I want to acknowledge a channel, which I'll put a link in the description here about. It's Adventures with Dano. Him and his wife run this channel, and they mainly went on trips and things like that until COVID hit. And then since then, their particular focus, at least in the last year and a half or so, has been about pricing at grocery stores. And he lives in the Cincinnati area and goes around to different places and looks at prices and such. Places you wouldn't think of necessarily to get groceries from, like home improvement stores and things like that. So, but him and his wife are great, so I'll put a link there for them. I'm going to be doing an unboxing live on Instagram. So my Instagram address is in the description box also. This will be my first attempt at doing that, so we'll see how that goes. But I'm going to be doing that shortly after the upload is complete here, so I would say sometime early afternoon on Friday. And so be watching for that. You might want to subscribe just so you don't miss it beforehand. But I'm excited to share with you. It has to do with the cashless budget system that we're using. So, and I wanted to tell you about a little soup I threw together yesterday. We had Italian chicken sandwiches, and I wanted a soup because it was kind of colder outside. But we didn't really have any wedding soup or minestrone. So what I did was I threw together a can of home-style chicken noodle soup with the wider egg noodles, a can of vegetarian vegetable soup, cannelli beans, And then I added some Italian seasoning to that. And my husband said it was delicious. So, I mean, sometimes you got to mix those things up. I mean, I don't know what inspired that, but it was great. So maybe you see what you can do to blend your soups and make them taste a little bit differently. So that's all I have for you today. So with that being said, be well, be blessed, know you're taken care of, and if you have a need for food, find a local pantry and don't be ashamed or afraid to use it. Karina at One Day at a Time blog was talking about that, and if you need it, it's there to supplement your groceries. You're still going to have to buy things because they don't provide medicine and things like that. But if you need it, use it and never be ashamed. Till next time, be well.